Perfect. So I just got the confirmation. We're live on YouTube, everyone. Thank you so much, of course, for everyone joining me on the Zoom call here today, all of the participants and those watching on YouTube. Also, hello out there. Nice to meet you. My name is William, and I am actually, we got a few more people just filtering in here in the next few minutes, but that's fine. Anyway, so today, this stream is for our February Practicum Code Jam. This one was dedicated to Valentine's Day, so we tried to make it somewhat thematic for this month. My name is William Chute, and I'll be your host today. I'm actually a graduate of the web dev program here, and I'm a full stack software engineer in Atlanta and also a sprint master at Practicum. And lastly, of course, as I mentioned, I'm hosting this. So I host all of the code jams here, and it's just tons of fun. It's actually one of my favorite things to do is interact with the students and see what you guys were able to create. You're always so creative, so it's a really fun time. So let's go ahead and jump on in. This code jam, of course, combines students from our US program and the Israel program, so people working together across the globe. That's kind of where we got our Valentine's theme of uniting people together. So our participants were divided into teams of 3, and we challenged them to create an MVP. And for those who don't know, it's just like a minimum viable product, like a prototype of a website or application. And this application was supposed to be a digital service that is just somehow connected or related to Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be, super much like, a box of chocolates on the internet or anything, but, as long as you tie it to Valentine's Day, we're good. So the teams could come up with pretty much anything they could think of, or we provided some examples of projects, and they were more than welcome to pick from those as well. Now, in terms of what they used and how they created that, we kind of left that up to the students. They were able to use vanilla JavaScript if they want, or even just HTML and CSS, or they could even use a framework like React or Gatsby or anything else that's available on the internet. So we didn't want to limit any technologies or libraries. But as I said, the goal was just to create a minimum viable product or, idea of an application. So these students only had 4 days to put this together. We started on, when was this? Monday. We started last Monday. Their deadline was on Thursday to turn in their work. So I'm just really excited to see what we were able to do in such a short time frame. Honestly, anything that is even working is going to be quite an accomplishment. So y'all should be very proud. Then after this stream and over the next week, our panel of expert judges are going to be reviewing your projects, looking at the code, reviewing the design, and just giving you some feedback. It's not about who wins or loses, but there will be a winner. So, but also just, of course, the process of doing this is the reward in itself, and also the friends we made along the way. So let's see. With that, I think that's pretty much most of our introduction. Our teams are going to be presenting today. If they weren't able to make the stream, like they weren't available at this time, they've provided some videos for their presentation. But for those on the call right now, of course, you can present live, which will be very exciting. And I'll ask you some questions about your project, pretty much just very simple questions. So don't worry, it's not a test or a quiz or anything. I'm just curious to know how our teams worked through this project together. There's also an audience choice award as well. So anyone watching this and anyone at Practicum, anyone in our web dev program, check the Slack channel, vote on your favorite project, because there will be a separate audience award for that audience favorite. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on in. Let me just make sure there's no more participants coming in. I think we've got just about everyone. Cool. Okay, now the team Grimm Valentines. Are y'all here on the stream tonight? I mean, today. It's morning, so not night.
Yes, we are.
Awesome, great. Well, let me make it so you can share your screen. Let's see. Make you co-host if that helps. Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead, take it away. It's all up to you.
Okay, I'll start.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm Ilya. My teammates Eddie and Liel. I don't think it's with us today. And we participated in October Jam, so it's great to be back and great to be on the same team again. And not again, for the first time. And what we've made is a greeting cards creator. And the idea for the project actually belongs to my beloved wife. Just asked her what would be a great idea. She said credit card would be it. A greeting card, not credit card. Sorry. Maybe it is, but in our case, it's the greeting card. And since design is not our greatest skill, to say the least, we decided to invest our major effort into functionality of our app. And we wanted to make something more interesting, something different. So that's how we came up with an idea to incorporate a drag and drop into our project. And Eddie deserves all the credit for this part of the project. When we were taking care of design and its implementation, he was studying the React drag and drop library and figuring out how to make it work for our project. So he's gonna share his screen and show us what we've made. Eddie, go ahead.
Hey, all. Ilya, don't you want to share your screen to show your Figma?
Figma. No, they can see their project. Looks the same as Figma.
Okay, so I go ahead. So can you see it?
Yes, it looks good.
Nice. So as Ilya said, I will show his Figma. I don't want to make it, but I show it. This is how Ilya make the Figma, although he's not a designer, and he learned by himself how to make a Figma and how to implement all the design. And last co-jam, when we was divided by teams with the designer, so it was differently for my point of view, because the designer take all the work, and now Ilya, through all the process of the project, he need to upgrade the design and deal with all the stuff. And I was from the development part, and it spends time a bit. Let's show the app. Here it is, and the app is was made by React, the framework. Ilya, although Ilya make this beautiful icon by himself.
Logo.
You can sell it at the Amazon after it. So the idea is basic, to make a Valentine card, and I think basic is beautiful, and it's not so easy to be basic. So the idea is make two Valentine's card, and to choose the icons that you see here. And what we implement is the React library, React D&D, drag and drop. I take care of it, and you can actually drag the icons in whatever area you want, and just paste it here, and you can duplicate it and paste here all your icons. In addition to it, you have some icons with the text, and that's it. You can switch drag mode. So if I press this button, you can rotate the the icon and even delete it if you want by double click. And if the drag mode is off, you can't drag it simply. So you need to enable the drag mode, and then you will go for it.
You can change the background color as well. You know?
Yeah, okay. Ilya made this beautiful input for background color, so you can change it in whatever background you want and play with it. Okay. The last idea was to make a Valentine card with some song that it will be very romantic to send some Valentine card with songs. So I implemented here with some media player. Put here one song for some example. The idea that the user will be able to send the card with some music, and it will be very romantic. So I put here a Titanic song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear it?
No, we can't hear your audio, but that's fine. Is it the song from Titanic?
Song of it's yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay, that's fine.
So
I think we might get a copyright strike if we
yes.
if we use that song in the stream.
You can control from this input range the song, and actually the idea of all the project was to implement things that not learned in practicum features that we not learned, and it was very hard. It is a real job of developer to go and read those libraries and implement it and
Good job.
read the stuff, and it was not so easy from my point of view. Additional feature, I think from my point of view, I will continue this project with Ilya maybe, and additional features that I want to implement here is some control panel to like this button to control more icons here. I don't know, shapes and border radius and things like that.
Backend support. Don't forget the backend support.
Backend. Okay. To make some input text, we want to make it, but we have a lack of time, and we make just these icons. But in the future we will make some form that the user will be able to enter his text and to change font or the color of the text, and backend for saving the cards and sending them by email. And
open up your checkbooks, guys. Open up your checkbooks.
Checkbooks. Yeah. And that's it. Basically, it was fine it was very fun to work with Ilya. We are from the same team in Israel, and it was very, very good experiments.
Great
Although
experiment. Great to have it again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much. This is a great presentation.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and you answered a lot of my questions with your presentation about incorporating new technology. I always encourage people to, find an API or a framework or just even a little sort of implementation tool to add to your project. It looks like you did that very well here. I like the grid that you're using. I feel like that is pretty intuitive and works pretty well. And then Ilya, you said you learned Figma for this and you made the little bear icon. That's great. How was learning Figma? Did it take long?
Couple of hours, I guess.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Figma is something that's, we're used to reading off of it, but it can be very useful to learn how to, create with it too. So that's really cool. You were able to do that. I actually,
career change.
Right. Yeah. No, it all ties together, right? Design and development. They're both, very closely related. So
great addition.
Exactly.
resume.
Awesome. Well, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That was the team Grimm Valentines. We're going to move on to the next team now, Team Biteme. They have a pre-recorded video, so I'm going to see if I can share my screen. And let's see here. So is anyone from Team Biteme on today, or do we just have
hi.
video? Oh, hi. So would you like to show the video and do the presentation, or do you want me to stream it? It's up to you.
You can stream it. I think you have it.
Okay, great. Yes, I have.
But I'm here if you have any questions afterwards.
Yes, I'll ask you a question or two right after. So let me, 1 second, let me share my screen here. Cool, and we should be able to see, and then let me get my audio going. Okay, should be good.
Guys, my name is Alex and I am a member of the team Biteme, and I present to you our project Valentine-ish. My fantastic teammates are Carolina Toren and Nuria Ahmedova, and I'm happy to share with you what we've been working on during this code jam. Now, even though my teammates and I are from different countries and we live in different time zones and we are on different stages of our web development journey, we found something in common. We don't like the way the modern Valentine's Day is spent. It's the cheesy presents, it's the cliches, it's the certain expectations of how this day should look like that was imposed on us by rom-coms and social media. When those expectations are not met, we are faced with feelings of depression, anxiety, and extreme loneliness, and we see people suffering from it year after year on St. Valentine's Day. So we thought, let's create a platform that inspires you to share this day with special people or with yourself and to share love, because this is what it's about. It's about love. It's not about anything else. And we want you to feel included, and we want you to feel relaxed, and we want you to be inspired by our pre-selected choices of activities and ways to spend this day. So basically, you choose how to share your love. We make that choice effortless. Let's take a look at our website. On our homepage, you are greeted with us encouraging you to make this Valentine's Day all about, first and foremost, self-care. Show yourself some love, you deserve it. If you have any doubts of how to do that, get inspired. We click here and see some ideas that we carefully selected for you. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do it with the help of our idea generator. If you want to spend it with friends, same idea, you can do that. And if you want to spend it with significant other or others, you have some choices of what to do as well here. It's always good to have choices if it's not too many, so we give you just the right amount for you to get going with your day. Now, for this page in the future, we would like to include a section here that enables you to share posts from different social media platforms. And that way we can get even more ideas and we can get more inspired by the different ways in which we can celebrate this day. Now, any celebration is not a celebration without music. For me, really every day is about music. So I'm very excited about this part of the project. It's our special playlist. We created for you a list of songs that we think goes very good with Valentine's Day. And you can either just listen to it here, or if you want, you can customize your own playlist from the choices that we've given you. For example, this song sounds cool. I really like it. You can increase the volume. Yes, I like it. So you click on select and it immediately goes to your specialized playlist. You can do it with any song of the playlist here. And this is yours to listen to and enjoy this day. The devil is in the details. We even have a special customized scroll bar here. Now, what we want to do later for this page is to enable you to share your playlist on different social platforms. Basically, we want to create our own music API. That's the dream, that's the goal, and we will keep working on getting there. Okay, now there is another part, and I think it's super cool as well. You know, there is a big tradition of making cards on St. Valentine's Day. making card is one of the ways to share love, isn't it? So we help you do just that. We have a customized card constructor that you can play with and create cards and share it with people. Now here we already have some options for you pre-chosen just for you to take a look and get a general idea of how these cards can look and what you can do with them. So if you already like one of these choices, you can just click here and it's already here. You can change the message and you can customize it the way you want. And that's it. If you don't like and you feel that this is distracting to your creative process, you can just delete those pre-selected options and get creative. So let's create a card, guys. Now let's choose a background. I like this one a lot. Let's have a message. Dear Practicum. Thank you for this opportunity and sign off, yours, team Biteme. Okay, I like the message. I am not specifically enjoying these colors because they don't look good with this background, especially this blue. I don't like it. Let's make it something different. For example, pink. Okay, and this one I want to make it look a bit darker, so I do this. Great. Now I like the colors. I like the message. Fonts. We can choose a nice font. Depending on who you want to share the message with, it's going to be friends, family, romantic, bloody, lighthearted, or whatever. I'm going to go with handwriting. Add card. That's it. Our card is created. If you want to, you can edit it again. If you like the outcome, you click here. You take a look of how this card is gonna be displayed. If you like it, click here. And that's it. It's downloaded. And now I have it in PNG format and I can share it with anyone I want. Now, the idea for the future for this page is to enable you to send the card straight from our website. It's going to be like a shared image that you can put on an email or WhatsApp or any kind of social media. So this is where the backend comes into play, and we are excited to work and make this happen. So this is it, guys. This is our page. You're welcome to come, click away, create cards, and get inspired with our ideas. And we, in return, are very inspired to keep working on this project because there is so much potential here and so many things that we can do with it. And we can't wait to get started with those changes and improvements. And we found a very cool teammates in each other, and we're happy to continue working. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I loved that. That was great. And I really like the idea of not being the biggest fan of the commercialization of Valentine's Day. I'm sure many of us can relate to that. But yeah, this a great presentation, a really cool project. We do have, so Alexandra, you're here. What was your favorite part to create? Because it's almost like 3 different applications in one. What was your favorite part?
I mean, it was all very fun. Again, we started with Figma, and I also learned Figma in like 2 hours. It was fun to play with that. I cannot choose really. We were all involved in all the parts, and we were 3 people, but we were intertwined with our coding. You know, I'm a big fan of music, so creating a playlist was an amazing experience. By the way, all the music is royalty free, so don't be afraid to stream it.
Awesome.
Also, all the images are taken from a free platform, so we credited the authors in the README, so it's all legal. I don't know really, between the creating the cards, which was so fun to play with all the designs and layers and lots of CSS and lots of JavaScript, to working with APIs with a playlist. It was all really fun, and we thought that, you know, like you wanna spend your day somewhere special, but you don't know exactly how. So let's give you not one option but several, and just so I don't think it's actually 3 presentations as one. It's all like connected with one idea.
Oh, you're right. Thematically, it's all connected. It's just a lot of work for 4 days. I mean, it looks really great. The functionality is all there. I was really impressed. I even noticed when you looked at the backgrounds for all of your cards. Like you even had a very good color theme between all the backgrounds. They were relatively consistent. Like that's attention to detail. So very good.
Yeah, we didn't sleep much. And yeah, we spent a lot of time and effort on that. And who said that pink and green don't go together, right? I think it's perfect.
Exactly. No, you definitely make a strong case for it. And it was very good. Very well done. Yeah, this is an awesome project. So thank you. Oakley dokley. So we're moving on now to our next team. Let's go ahead and take a peek here. I believe we have team Web Dev Heroes. Anyone from that team on the call? If not, it's okay. I believe we have.
I'm here. I'm not really much available actually, and we have the recorded presentation. Let's run it, and I hope I will be available right after.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll go ahead and get that up here. Let's see. Oh, come on, Zoom. Here we go. Oakley dokley, and we should be able to hear again. Yep. Let's go ahead. This is Team Web Dev Heroes.
Hi, I'm David from the Web Dev Hero team, and we created a product called Fun Date Idea Selector. It was created by Avi Dalal, Israel Berko, and me, and it was part of the Code Jam Valentine's Day contest. So what is our product and why is it needed? Well, have you ever been in a situation when you plan to take your date out, but you were totally out of any idea of what to do? And perhaps you had some ideas, but you felt like they were obsolete, or you didn't know what to do, or had a real hard time choosing. So our product is a great product to give you a selection of great ideas for dates in a fun way. So we have our fun Valentine date ideas lottery machine. It's a simple but fun tool that generates fun dating idea activities for Valentine's Day, or any day, or any other day for that matter. It displays a animated spinner slot machine style, which rotates on user activation, and that after a few seconds of spinning, it will choose a original dating idea, and then if you click the idea, you will have a modal pop-up which will show you an image and a description and a Google It button for further investigation and development of the plan. The page is fully responsive and works on mobile as well. So here's a display of how it looks on desktop and mobile. It's a simple design and easy to use. Only one main button. The slot, you can see the button right there, and I will demonstrate it as well after the slide on the website. So the user clicks the button, it spins the spinner right there. In this beta version, there are 50 ideas, but obviously we could add many more ideas. Every time it spins for a different random duration, and you cannot the button disabled while it's spinning. Once you click the date text, it will have the model pop up where you would have an image, a description, and a Google It if you are interested in it. So it's a really easy to use friendly tool to generate dating ideas. Our process was done by initially meeting and brainstorming different ideas for Valentine's, creating an initial skeleton. We then had some inspiring logos and themes to get started, collected data, and worked on the functionality, and implemented design. Once we did that initial one, design fixes, then we were in a big loop of bug correction and improving UX, etc. And in addition to the product as it is, there's a lot of more development can be done, like adding a option to filter preferred types of activities, share button to share selected ideas, add other cool animations for randomizing other than slot machine, adding music or sound effects. Bottom line, Valentine's Day should and can be a fun time for couples to ignite their romance. The difficulty in choosing or thinking of original date ideas can be a burden. Our product provides a simple and immediate solution for dating ideas. I will show you a demonstration of how it works. We have this hover button which highlights and clicks the you could see the spinner rotating, and then it comes out, and we could try to do another date, and then comes out an original dating idea. You click it and it loads an image, and you can further Google it. Thanks very much. Hi, I'm David.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can see it again.
Yeah, right. Let's go again. That was good. No, that was great. Very, very simple.
Actually, yeah. I was just realizing that now that somehow the page didn't load properly for David, so it actually doesn't look like this. There's a nice background, and I can show it right now.
Yeah, sure.
Just a second. Okay, so I need permissions, I guess.
Yeah, you should be good now.
All right, great. So yeah, this is the only difference, just a little more colors and nice background. We just made a presentation in the same design, and yeah, this is how it looks like. So a little bit more colors than David had in the presentation.
Very nice. Yeah, this is awesome. It's simple. It's creative. It works very well, clearly. And I like that you made a mobile version as well. It's very useful, especially in our field. So what did you use to make this? Is it just HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Did you incorporate a framework?
No. We found a nice library to implement the rotation, but no, only vanilla JavaScript. No any React or anything.
Right. Awesome. Well, so what do you think that you've learned in practicum in the last few months was the most useful for making this type of project?
I mean, everything. I mean, I feel that, the HTML and CSS part are we have it. And in the JavaScript, right now we are learning more about the object-oriented part of the stuff. So we had work to do with the how we build the classes and the files and everything. And it was a very good experiment of a teamwork, and not to cross walk each other, and to properly commit and push every change. It was a teamwork, and we feel proud anyway. What you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. And one of the reasons we host this is to give students like yourself opportunities to work together, because it can be totally different working with a team. But you're able to accomplish great things and make really cool products. And so it looks like you did very well working together. So awesome job.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I just noticed that last date idea was donate blood together. That's great. That's great. This is kind of romantic, but also interesting. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you to Team Web Dev Heroes. Appreciate you. We're going to move on now to let's see, who's this next team? Who runs the code? Girls. Awesome. Okay, so I see some. We have some of this team in the chat right now. So if you'd like to go ahead and present, I can toss the mic to y'all. So go right ahead. Oh, and if you need to share screen, just let me know, and I will make.
Yep. I would like to share the screen, Will.
Absolutely, sure thing. Okay, you should be good now.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, we'll get started. Oh, I will mute my notifications. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. So we're a team who run the Code Girls. We present to you 100 Days of Love Challenge. So for this project, we thought, Valentine's Day is a great day. However, it's only one day. We would like to spread the love to more people with a longer period of time and make a bigger impact. 100 days of anything is a really great amount of time to have a habit stick. So that's why there are lots of other hashtags on social media, like 100 days of code, art, music, and so on and so forth. With our Figma design, we figured out our wider screen solution, our narrow screen solution for both pages, index and about page. We solidified our typography and color palettes before we started any line of code. And this was very helpful in helping us moving along with the coding process. I'm going to briefly go over a couple of the features of our web app. So the user will get a challenge every day. He will also use a slider to toggle other challenges if he chooses to. So you can check out all the challenges in a series. There is also a pre-filled tweet section, so you can actually share your progress with the world with just one click of a button. We also are very proud to have established a successful connection to Twitter API, so users can see other challenge takers on our website in the community who use the same hashtag 100 Days of Love Challenge and feel more connected with their community and even check out the people who are doing the same challenge as them. Now I'm going to hand over to Shraddha to talk about the technologies and standards we used.
Thanks, Yuffie. So for this project, for the front end, we have used HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript, and have followed the BIM methodology for CSS and organizing the CSS files. For backend, we have used Express Framework based out of Node.js. For testing our API, we have used Postman and used Webpack as our bundler. Just want to brief you guys through overall architecture of how our app works. When first user visits the web page, the web browser hits the API endpoint on our server. That in turn hits the Twitter API on these 4 endpoints and responds back with the recent tweets and user info back to the web browser that is getting displayed when the page loads for the user. User has also been given the option to tweet about the challenge that he or she has completed. Now I would like to briefly demo our app live. So our app is completely responsive and has lots of effects on user interaction with the UI. As I would hover over, so you could see as when I go along, the user is greeted with the animated tagline of our project in the starting. We have clearly laid down the 3 steps of how a user could participate in the challenge if he or she wants to. Then comes the main section of the page where the user is shown the main challenge of the day, like it is randomly given, and he or she can actually tweet this challenge to the Twitter. We have already given the pre-filled tweet. You could just click the button and it will take you to your Twitter account if you are logged in. If you are not logged in, you will be asked to. You could tweet here, and once done, you could come back and we have the recent challenge takers sections where we have integrated with the Twitter API and we pull the recent users who have taken the challenge. In each card, you could see the user profile and the user handle that if you click, it would take you to their Twitter profile and the tweet that they have tweeted. I also want to mention that in the slider that we have given, the user have the option to select any other challenge that he wants to participate into, and accordingly our tweet would change. In the footer, when you come, we have linked all our social links and other sections of the page. We have designed an about page where we have clearly mentioned what is this challenge for and why somebody should do it and how to start this challenge. Well, as I mentioned before, our web page is completely responsive. So it works on mobile version too. On all the sizes, And you could see we have designed a beautiful hamburger menu that just takes care of the easy navigation of the user. That's it from my side. I will hand over to Nidson for the next thing.
Thanks, Shraddha. So although we achieved our main goals, there are few improvements we would like to complete in the future. More refined content of the challenge that will lead users into action. Show individualized users' progress by providing a slider that will show them their success and encourage them to keep going. Enable sharing with other social platforms besides Twitter, such as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And content monitoring and research to create higher participant engagement. So after we told you about those cool challenges, why don't you give it a shot and try it yourself? So this is your challenge of the day. Show us some love and vote for us. And don't forget to use the hashtag so you can be displayed on our page of Hall of Fame. Thank you so much.
Cool. Awesome. What a great presentation and a great product. I have a couple of questions because this is really impressive. First of all, I wanted to ask what you used for your presentation. I like all the little animations and stuff. I saw at the end, was that Canva?
Yeah, okay. I have used Canva.
Yeah, I've never used that for like a PowerPoint presentation, but it worked really well and it looked cool. It also merged very well with the design of the actual site. So I was going to ask, the site obviously looks like you put a lot of thought into the design beforehand, the color scheme, the layout, all that sorts of stuff. Did you find working as a team, like there was just one person who was really good at the design and just did the design and then all three of you moved on to development, or did all three of you work on the design together?
We worked on our design together. So we used a lot of comments on Figma, and we did kind of have to learn a lot of Figma in a short amount of time, but we were always talking on Slack, do you like this color, or do you want to change the color scheme? And we found different stock images together and then compiled them and selected which one looked the best. So
I would say like this is what we are showing is the final version of the Figma design that we came up with. We actually, three of us worked together on different versions of it and then used Figma comments to finalize our design.
Great. Yeah, really cool. I mean, like I said, it clearly came out very well. So I was just impressed. And that's clear. That's also, I think that's the theme of today is us web developers should learn Figma or at least experiment a little bit with it. I mean, pretty much everyone had to, and it's something I've tried too. It's kind of annoying to learn at first, but then, once you throw together a quick mock-up, it's not too bad. So awesome job there.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. Now, have you worked together as a team anymore? You seem to have a very good team vibe. So
we actually have like everyday lab chat. So we communicate, even though we have like different time zones. So it was a little bit challenge with that, but every day, all day, all night, we talk a lot and communicate, I think in a really, really high level. So yeah, I think this is the secret to have like a good communication and a good team. We have like the best, and really, really grateful for those girls. Are really talented, and we were on the same page with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That is some real truth right there. Communication is totally key. I'm the same way. Yeah, with my job, I'm always just messaging people on Slack all day. Like, oh, is it okay if I do this? Can I push these changes? Yeah, communication is key, and clearly y'all pulled it off very well. So I noticed you were working with the Twitter API. I know some APIs, like I've tried to work with, for example, Google Maps API, but that's blocked behind a paywall. Was the Twitter API just totally open and free to use for you?
Yeah, so Twitter API is free to use, but the problem is that we could not use it directly in front end. you have to, because of security purposes, they allow, you have to actually use their endpoints in the backend and then create your own API on top of that and then hit that in the front end. So that's how it worked. It was free to use, but it has like certain caps on it, like you could, how many requests per, like you could pull and all. So, but it was okay for us. It's not going to pass beyond that.
Right. Unless we all do 100 days and try to do 100 tweets a day, right? You'll be fine. Okay. Well, you know, maybe we'll test you out there. We're streaming to thousands of people right now. You never know. So.
Yeah, sure.
No, just kidding. I don't think there's thousands of people. But anyway, yeah, very great. Very great. And I like to see that you also, in multiple teams, I would point this out as well, not just you, but multiple teams had a kind of a roadmap for future features. That's always great to do. And I really encourage all of you to continue working on these projects, you know, just add some more tweaks and stuff. I know we make these code jams pretty tight time frame wise, but you know, now you're out in free. You can take as long as you'd like to add some more features and just make it even better. Absolutely put these presentations, put these projects on your portfolios. Everyone should be very proud of what they made. These are super cool. So thank you again to all the teams. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So with that, that is all of our teams for today. Thank you, everyone, of course, for participating. We, of course, appreciate you and coming in today and showing off your projects. We just, you know, all obviously want to be here to celebrate these projects. Y'all did such an amazing job. So thank you again. Let's see. So for the next week, of course, as I mentioned, all of us reviewers and graders are going to be looking through your projects, leaving you some feedback. And then we'll come out with a winner in the next week or so. I believe we'll announce it in Slack. Speaking of Slack, anyone watching or anyone in our Practicum channel, please go and vote for your favorite project in the channel. We'll have some links and probably links to the projects or pictures so you can refresh your memory. But yeah, and then lastly, just a special thanks to the organizers. I am not the chief organizer of this event. I am just the face, the talking dude. Really, all of the brains here go to Andre and Danila, Yulia, Sofa as well. Tons of people on the back end like organizing this. So thank y'all so much. We really appreciate you. So with that, I believe that is all. So let's see. I said thank you to our participants. Thank you to our organizers. And yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day, or I guess had last week. Thank you for your projects and thank you for your time. This literally would not be a thing if it weren't for students like yourselves contributing and making these awesome projects. So as always, thank you to you. And we will hopefully get back to you in the next week. And yeah, so that is it for me. That is it from us here at Practicum. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and we will see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Will. Thanks.